Olive trees have been around for many thousands of years, and they have a long history dating back to ancient civilizations. Olive oil is even considered to be one of the most important biblical foods. It's also a staple of the Mediterranean diet, and it's been included in the diet of some of the world's healthiest, longest-lived people for centuries, like those living in the blue zones. Real, high-quality, extra virgin olive oil has been well researched for its anti-inflammatory compounds, its antioxidants that fight free radicals, and the numerous heart-healthy macronutrients. Extra virgin olive oil benefits include lowering the rates of inflammation, heart disease, depression, dementia, and obesity. Olive oil is made from the fruit of the olive tree, and it's naturally high in healthy monounsaturated fatty acids. Diets high in extra virgin olive oil include the famous Mediterranean diet, and it's associated with a lower incidence of atherosclerosis, cardiovascular disease, and certain types of cancers, according to a large 2020 review of the clinical studies. The most recent interest has focused on the biologically active phenolic compound naturally present in virgin olive oil. According to a summary of the International Conference of Virgin Olive Oil and Health Consensus Report, there's widespread opinion that extra virgin olive oil should indeed be the fat of choice when it comes to human health and sustainable agrimony. Olive oil phenolics have positive effects on certain physiological parameters, including plasma lipoproteins, oxidative damage, inflammatory markers, platelet and cellular function, and antimicrobial activity. There's several types of olive oil on the market today, including extra virgin, virgin, and regular olive oil. Something that many people don't realize is, unfortunately, it's common for extra virgin olive oil purchased in most major grocery stores to be laced with GMO canola oil and herb flavors. Many store shelves are lined with fake olive oil options. Olive oil harvesting dates back thousands of years, but today the large international commercial olive oil industry is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. To ancient populations, this source of satisfying healthy fat was considered a precious commodity, and it was used for its many healing capabilities. Aside from cooking with the olive oil, it was also a key component in lamps, soap, skincare, and cosmetics. After first making its way to North America in the mid-1500s, olive trees spread quickly to many other nations. Today, olive oil is cultivated largely in Italy, Mexico, the US, Peru, Chile, and Argentina. Many studies, including a 2018 review, focused on olive oil's cardiovascular benefits, and it's found that the high monounsaturated fatty acid diet helps to lower LDL cholesterol, to raise HDL cholesterol, and to lower triglycerides better than a low-fat, high-carb diet. Thanks to the powerful antioxidants known as the polyphenols, extra virgin olive oil is considered an anti-inflammatory food and a cardiovascular protector. It also has vasodilatory effects that contribute to lowering the atherosclerotic risk. Extra virgin olive oil helps to reverse inflammatory reactions along with age and disease-related changes to the heart and the blood vessels. This is according to a 2009 study published in the Journal of Cardiovascular Pharmacology. Research shows that it's beneficial for lowering high blood pressure because it makes nitric oxide more available. This keeps the arteries dilated and clear. The protective effects of the Mediterranean-style diet, rich in alpha-linoleic acid from the olive oil, has been shown in many studies, with some finding that this type of diet is capable of decreasing the risk of cardiac death by 30% and sudden cardiac death by 45%. According to a 2018 study published in the International Journal of Molecular Sciences, olives and olive oil contain high levels of antioxidants, such as polyphenols, and the polyphenols are believed to reduce morbidity and to slow down the development of cardiovascular and neurodegenerative disease, as well as cancer. Olives, especially those that haven't been subjected to high heat processing, are full of antioxidants, as well as lignans and flavones. They also provide you with compounds that positively affect the immune system, along with anti-cancer agents like squalene and terpenoids. Researchers feel that it's probable that the high olive oil and olive oil consumption in southern Europe represents an important contribution to cancer prevention and the health of the Mediterranean diet. Olive oil consumption seems capable of contributing to healthy insulin sensitivity and reducing excess insulin, a hormone that controls blood sugar levels and can make us gain weight. Fats are satiating and they help to reduce hunger, cravings, and overeating. This is one reason why numerous studies have found that diets low in fat don't result in weight loss or weight maintenance as easily or as often as a balanced diet. After reviewing 5 trials, including a total on 447 individuals, researchers from one study found that adults following a high-fat, low-carb diet lost more weight than individuals randomized to low-fat diets. There were no differences in blood pressure levels between the two groups, but triglycerides and high-density lipoprotein cholesterol values changed more favorably in individuals assigned to diets higher in fat. Similarly, a study published in Women's Health Journal found that an olive oil enriched diet brought about greater weight loss than a low-fat diet in an 8-week comparison. Following the 8 weeks, the participants also overwhelmingly chose the olive oil enriched diet for at least 6 months of the follow-up period. The brain is largely made up of fatty acids, and we require moderately high levels on a daily basis to perform tasks, to regulate our mood, and to think clearly. It makes sense that olive oil is considered a brain food that improves focus and memory. The olive oil can help to fight age-related cognitive decline by defending against free radicals. A part of the Mediterranean diet, it offers the monounsaturated fatty acids associated with sustained brain health. Olive oil is thought to have hormone-balancing, anti-inflammatory effects that can prevent neurotransmitter dysfunction. It may also defend against depression and anxiety. Mood or cognitive disorders can occur when the brain doesn't get a sufficient amount of happy hormones like serotonin or dopamine, important chemical messengers that are necessary for mood regulation, for getting good sleep and thought processing. One 2011 study found that a higher monounsaturated fatty acid intake had an inverse relationship with depression risk. At the same time, trans fat intake and depression risk had a linear relationship, showing that higher trans fat consumption and lower polyunsaturated fatty acid and monounsaturated fatty acid intake could up the chances of battling mood disorders. Extra virgin olive oil contains a type of antioxidant called saccharoids. These help to activate genes that contribute to anti-aging effects and a reduction of cellular stress. The saccharoids in the olive oil can also suppress gene expression related to the Warburg effect, a process related to the formation of cancer, and it helps to prevent age-related changes in skin cells. A 2019 analysis concluded that exclusive olive oil intake versus no use of olive oil was significantly associated with higher scores on the Successful Aging Index, particularly among those aged older than 70 years. Just remember that olive oil shouldn't be cooked at a high heat, or it could have the opposite effect. Cooking with this oil at high temperature changes its chemical structure and produces advanced glycation end products, and these contribute to the multi-system functional decline that occurs with aging. Olive oil may positively influence glucose metabolism by altering cell membrane function, enzyme activity, insulin signaling, and gene expression. Evidence suggests that consuming monounsaturated fatty acids and polyunsaturated fatty acids has beneficial effects on insulin sensitivity and is likely to reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes. While carbohydrates elevate blood sugar by providing glucose, fats help to stabilize blood sugar levels and to regulate insulin. Even when you eat something high in sugar or carbohydrates, adding extra virgin olive oil can help to slow down the impact on your bloodstream. Consuming olive oil is also a great way to feel more satisfied after a meal, and this can help to prevent sugar cravings and overeating that can lead to diabetes. Some studies have found that a higher consumption of olive oil is correlated with a lower risk of developing certain types of cancer, including breast cancer. While there aren't clear reasons for this, it's often assumed that the interaction between the monounsaturated fatty acids and hormone function could be one of the possible reasons. Olive oil is mainly made up of monounsaturated fatty acids, the most important of which is called oleic acid. 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil contains around 119 calories, 14 grams of fat, 0 sugar, 8 micrograms of vitamin K, and 2 milligrams of vitamin E. While recommendations differ depending on the specific caloric need and the diet, anywhere from 1 to 4 tablespoons seems to be an ideal way to gain the extra virgin olive oil benefits. There's a few main classifications for olive oil to determine how it's harvested and manufactured. Extra virgin olive oil is produced by cold pressing, and it doesn't use chemicals for refinement. It also avoids high heat manufacturing processes that can destroy the delicate fatty acids and nutrients in the oil. Virgin olive oil comes from a second pressing after the extra virgin oil is created. It might also be derived from riper olives. While extra virgin is the preferred type, this is still considered a good quality. Light olive oil or oil blends are made using refined olive oil and sometimes other vegetable oils. This normally means that they've been chemically processed and they're a mix of rancid, low-quality oils that have reacted badly to high heat manufacturing. A CBS report found that up to 70% of extra virgin olive oil sold worldwide is watered down with other oils and enhancers. Manufacturers do this in order to make the fake oils taste more like the real olive oil, but in fact they're far inferior products with fewer health benefits than the real thing. In fact, consuming this type of modified olive oil can actually pose some health risks. Always look for bottles indicating that the oil is extra virgin and ideally cold pressed or expeller pressed. Shop for an oil that comes in a dark glass bottle that can protect the light from entering and damage the vulnerable fatty acids. A dark bottle that's green or black protects the oil from oxidation and becoming rancid. Avoid oils that come in a plastic or clear bottle. Look for a harvesting date on the label to know if the oil is fresh. According to the Olive Oil Times, as long as your oil is stored away from heat and light, an unopened, good quality bottle of oil can last for up to 2 years from the date that it was bottled. Once opened, it should be used within a few months. Always keep in mind that a clue that you have a good product is if it solidifies when it's cold and refrigerated. This has to do with the chemical structure of the fatty acids. You can put it in the fridge and it should become cloudy and thicken. If it remains liquid, then it's not a pure extra virgin olive oil. One of the biggest dangers surrounding olive oil is how it has a low smoke point and it begins to decompose at around 200 degrees Fahrenheit. When olive oil is heated repeatedly or to a very high level, it can oxidize and become rancid or toxic. When it comes to cooking with extra virgin olive oil, you're better off using other stable oils or fats to avoid eating a rancid oil. Extra virgin olive oil is ideal for drizzling onto food or using it for salad dressings or dips, since this requires no cooking. Because olive oil isn't as stable as other fats, other options to cook with would be coconut oil or organic pasteurized butter and ghee. The biggest barrier to enjoying olive oil is to find the right kind, storing it properly and using it the right way. Just remember that it's worth to spend extra money on a high quality product. There's at least one report that using olive oil topically can dry out the skin. Some people use it as a carrier oil with essential oils, so if you do, try not to apply it on the same spot consecutive days. Olive oil is made of the fruit of the olive tree, and it's naturally high in healthy monounsaturated fatty acids. Based on dozens of studies, the benefits of olive oil include fighting inflammation and damage due to free radicals, supporting heart and cognitive health, defending against depression, supporting healthy aging, and protecting against diabetes and obesity. There's different classes and grades of olive oil, with extra virgin being the healthiest kind. It's best not to cook with it at high temperatures, since this can damage its protective nutrients and change its chemical composition. When it comes to cooking with extra virgin olive oil, you're better off using other stable oils instead to avoid eating rancid oil. Extra virgin olive oil is ideal for drizzling onto food or using it on salad dressings or dips, as this requires no cooking. For more information about herbs, supplements, and natural treatments, check out my website.